Good evening. Welcome. Thank you. First, I'd like to start out by saying thank you. Thank you to all of the customers that we've ever had. We opened in 2014, and ever since then, it's just been a steady onpouring of love. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Secondly, I want to thank the staff, not only the current staff, but the past staff. Anybody that's worked here, that's helped me get here to where we are today, thank you so much. It means so much to me. I'd also like to thank our friends and family. Your support has been phenomenal. Last but not least, I'd like to thank my beautiful wife, Catherine. Thank you so much for standing by me and allowing me to push a project into the next phase of business development. Basically, with the team that we have assembled, we've been able to accomplish an amazing amount of things over the last 6 months. Like the incredible work we've done, such as through hard work and thoughtfulness, luck, timing, boldness, has just been it's all come together to really make things happen. Like the hard work that we put in, we built 2 trailers. We've made a storage warehouse where we now are using as a logistical place to distribute to the places we're working on. We have a complete events program happening that's with organization. The social media has taken on a new format, which it's never taken, a more organized format that it's never taken on before. We've opened up podcasts, and all this stuff is because we've caught a moment in time where we've been able to just keep pushing. We work hard, we're bold, we make these moves, and all this stuff leads us to just being able to keep going forward. One of the incredibly bold things we did is when we opened the second trailer, we opened it on Cesar Chavez. The real intentions of this were to open one trailer, but we favored a spot on 6th Street that we found. Well, right after we had chosen the spot on East Cesar Chavez, the 6th Street spot opened up, so we boldly decided to move forward and get another trailer. When you go from 1 to 3, it's an incredible amount of hassle, not hassle is the wrong word, I would say stress, on a system that's just been maintaining one location. So to grow not only the one location, but 3 locations at the same time, it's there's been some luck involved, but a lot of it is the timing that we've used to really surf wave after wave of things. When we caught one product and that product started to fade out, we were very quick and agile and nimble to move into a new product. And that's worked out at all 3 locations where we opened the spots on the east side. They have a different clientele base. We were able to move in, quickly understand that the people there are different than the people at the West Campus location, and started switching out what we sold and where and how we marketed it. And that's all thanks to the team that we've built around us. And speaking of the team that we've built around us, has been helping with the social media, the podcasts, and all this other stuff. We brought on 2 to 3 new glass blowers to help us start to try to bring the glass blowing end of this business up into kind of a more modern era, from taking it from me blowing glass by myself, teaching a few people, to having multiple artisans working together to create a greater vision. And with that, we're going to try to do our best to fill shops, fill every shop in the Central Texas area and Texas and beyond. But first of all, fill our shop. Make sure that the Glassmith is constantly filled with the best glass that we can offer to the people. So we're gonna have enough people working blowing glass to really be able to expand into these other areas of the business, where right now we're buying and selling from within. We're going to move into a place where we're selling to other shops to make sure that the Glassmith vibes and ideals can continue to grow. Another way that we're going to grow our impact in glass is that we're going to expand our impact on the local glass scene through markets and demos. Is that we have these wonderful locations which we're now able to bring in outside artists, and not only to demo their skill and their craft, but also to set up a table and sell their wares at any one of the markets that we set up. In the near future, we plan on setting up a very glass-centric event so that people from outside of our little ecosystem can come. And with that, we should be able to fill up our stores with even more local quality glass. So not just the glass that we're producing from within, but also talented, glasswork from talented artists from the local area. And all of this, like I've been saying, will ingratiate us so much that we'll be able to walk into our contemporary smoke shops, all the fanciest ones, the nicest ones in the area, because we're local artisans, and we'll be able to push our first real push at a business-to-business brand. That brand being the Classic. Now, the Classic started out as a Delta 8 brand, but we've quickly, as Delta 8 faded out, we quickly moved into a THCA brand. And now we're pushing a lot of THCA throughout the local Central Texas market and probably a little bit of Greater Texas. The Classic offers premium flower. We have there's over, I would say there's dozens of retail outlets in Austin that I'm aware of that are already selling Classic. There's 2 regional wholesale distributors that carry the Classic also. And with the glass push that I just spoke about, we plan on being able to, like I said, move into even more shops through kind of a store up approach, rather than the approach that we've taken now is going to the distributors and letting the distributors distribute. We're now going to start moving into the stores directly ourselves through the local artisan glass that we have to start pushing on our artisan THCA product as well. And then in the future, what we're looking forward to doing is start putting out grinders, both ultra high quality, but also affordable grinders. So kind of 2 different kinds of grinders. We're looking into getting branded papers made and lighters made. And we're kind of just looking for quality packers and distributors, and so people to work with to get these projects done, to make sure that we can ensure that the Glassmith brand maintains as high of a level as possible. I'd like to talk about the podcasts that we've been working on. We recently, within the last 6 months, have started 2 podcasts. One of them being Legal Drug Money, which I'm the host of, which talks about basically drugs, money, and hopefully how they can be legal or are legal. And that's a podcast where I'm the host, and there's just a few people that come in and out to try to share their thoughts and opinions on this. But it's still a loose architecture. So we're working on ways to change and advance it. The other podcast we're working on is the Glassmith Pod, which is a podcast about basically current events, Glassmith events, marijuana news, world news, and anything else that's on the topic of the populace today, and probably brought through to people through a stoner mindset. And the goal of the podcast is to start working to build more of even a larger network so that we can produce a large number of shows, which would include a show about blowing glass, or a show about stoners doing sports. There's we want to keep moving forward into a next phase. Where we're working on that is we already have 1,000 subscribers, or about 1,000 subscribers. So we're really pushing forward to try to make sure that we have the community, so that as our content becomes built and successfully built, that we can feed it to a populace of people who really want to see it. Our recording studio and our podcast studio is advancing and evolving daily. We have our in-house local artists painting the walls as we speak, making it every day. It just gets cooler and cooler. I know behind me is a library now, but if you could see it, you'd be happy about it. The technology that we're adding to the studio continues to grow every day. The microphone you see in front of me is an advancement from the microphones that we just had a week ago, in which we were still clipping them on our shirt. And before that, we were just using our cell phone. So we plan on buying a couple more cameras, a couple different styles of cameras, and a couple more things to really grow the overall podcasting experience and make sure that we're bringing quality content to you. Our events team has been relentless. The amount of events we're doing and where we're doing them and how often we're doing them has been blowing my mind. We are running a night market at both our East Cesar Chavez location and our West Campus location. The East Cesar Chavez location is running the night market every Friday night between 8 and 12, and there's either a DJ, karaoke, or a band every Friday night. We're also serving free alcohol and a free bud bar so that people can sample not only libations but our current THCA samplings. with the events, with these markets. We partnered with Austin Artisan Market to help bring us the hottest, hippest, vibest artisans that are selling their own wares throughout Central Texas. And quite frankly, she's been doing a wonderful job. It's constantly been a rotation of wonderful people selling wonderful things. With that being said, I can't forget to bring up Nova Sparks and the drag show the drag show that they put on during the summer. Is that the event was so successful that the revenues at the Cesar Chavez location, 1906 East Cesar Chavez, where the event took place, went up immediately. It was like a coup for the business, and Nova Sparks did phenomenal. It was such an amazing event, and we actually have another event planned for the end of September, again with Nova Sparks, so that we can hopefully run back the success. This time it'll be at West Campus. I cannot forget Frothing. These guys over at Frothing are just fucking amazing. We did a summertime event with them that was supposed to be at our Cesar Chavez location, but due to a whole mess of unforeseen circumstances, we had to move it to West Campus at the last minute. The artist that got Polo Perks was just amazing. Not only an amazing artist, but also amazing about the whole experience. No problem changing venue. No stress about the last minuteness of having to change venue last day. And just came out and such professionals. Thank you, Frothing. Thank you, Austin Artisan Market. Without you guys, we really couldn't be doing it. And like I said, the events coordination and staff has just been don't let me forget, we're running a Thursday karaoke, which is also like, wow, we're doing more. We did this, and this, and now we're doing even one more thing. Big up, guys. Big up. Social media. Social media has been next level. Like, as of now, we're sitting at over 20,000 followers on all of our Instagram accounts. Our main Instagram account is sitting with 10,000 plus followers as we speak. Our TikTok has over 30,000 likes. Our social media team is constantly working on new innovative ways to gain followers, traction, and people that overall like our brand and vibe. And so one of the ways in which we're doing this is giveaways. Another way we're doing this is we're reaching out to local ambassadors. And not only like local weed heads, but also local food heads, Texas, what do they call them, influencers, and also Austin local influencers, to make sure that we're getting a wide reach, because we're offering so many things. Like the Austin Artisan Market and Frothing both allow us to venture into worlds in which we wouldn't normally venture as a smoke shop. So we really have to get the word out about everything that we're doing in all these extra ways, as well as we're constantly doing things to make sure that we to keep our numbers going up, to make sure that when we do have a project that we want to focus on, our social media is strong enough through these giveaways, through these incentives, through these stash and dashes, that when we want to do something, people show up because we built something strong through all these different accounts and avenues. And so far, so good. They've been doing a great job of bringing organization to a once unorganized sector of the business. We are not only looking to hire outside influencers, we're also trying to become influencers. My own personal account went from Bildo Glass, which was a strictly glassblowing account, to being kind of all things Billy. And all things Billy are all things the Glassmith. So essentially, I've moved my own account into more of me. Like where at first I felt like I was taking away from myself. In reality, now it's become an even larger impression of what I'm doing and what I'm about. Not only Glassmith Billy made the changeover from Bildo Glass, also we've started Glassmithing, which is an account dedicated to our glass blowers, and Glassmith Gals, which is a lady-centric account to make sure that the ladies know that smoking is them. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a new world, fellas. We encourage the whole team to become creators. So hopefully for you guys, that'll mean that we have a whole different vibe of content coming through all the time. Like where we do try to look to keep things structured, we're also looking into new and creative ideas as constantly as possible so that we can keep moving forward and expanding. Like, it's just definitely the creativity and the openness of our team has just been phenomenal, and I look forward for that to continue moving forward. Before I move on any further, I have to talk about the stores. As many of you know, West Campus is where we started. 2014 started as a dusty little shack where I just blew glass at all day. Now you fast forward to 2023, and West Campus is delivering record profits. I think one of the things that happened, like I said, is we have such great people, and it moved away from a guy who was blowing glass a little bit intimidating and very bro-y into a multicultural, multifaceted staff of incredible young people that have done nothing but boosted the business in so many crazy ways. With that being said, West Campus's growth allowed for 2 new locations to be built at the same time. And while it was costly, business-wise, we just kept rolling. The first shop being the one at trendy Cesar Chavez, 1906 East Cesar Chavez, in between Lou's and Drinks Lounge in like a half a block area. There's 3.5 bars. There's 2 places to eat breakfast. There's 1 coffee shop, smoke shop being us, and 2 taco shops, and in a half a block. It's really an incredible area. If you haven't been, please go check it out. Not just our shop, but also the area. The other shop we opened was on busy East 6th Street, which is now the heady food place, or like the place where the eater would go to eat, like where the people go that want to go be seen. It's like it's almost turning into like another, like one of Austin's many hotspots, like dare I say the new Rainy Street. So we have been so blessed to be able to put these 2 stores out using the profits and the staff that we built up from this little dusty establishment in West Campus with a dirt lot to now 3 locations in 3 dirt lots. It's been remarkable. And to top that off, both of the new stores are beating the expectations that we have for them going in. So essentially, what that has paved the way for is confidence. We are currently so confident that we have another truck under construction, which should be built. I would guess we could be done October 31st, but I'd give a more realistic guess of it should open somewhere February of 2024. And then we already have plans for a 5th trailer that should be ready August 2024. So 2 trailers in 2024 to go along with all this infrastructure that we just built. Like we have a podcast and we have all the social media and we have a warehouse and we have an event staff. So really when we open these new shops, there should be nothing slowing us down. We already know what to do. We already know how to build business, and we're learning very quickly how to focus our energies together to create a plan for success in any endeavor that we want to go into. It's like, I know I've said the word remarkable or amazing a lot, but sheesh, guys, it's really something. To continue with the locations and the infrastructure, we've solidified a management structure. One of the things that was always lacking at the Glassmith was more people making decisions than me. Like I said before, the idea that I hired young people and the business got better is like it was mind expanding. It was like, like all the stuff people say about hiring diversity and bringing in new thoughts and new minds and new creativity. All that stuff really works. And so we want to continue doing that. And with that, the decision makers in the company can't just be me. It has to move into a new world where we start empowering other people if we want to continue to grow into 6 shops, into 6 podcasts, into a TikTok for all the accounts that we have, into all these continued growth aspects. With that, we need to keep great people on board and bring in new great people as constantly as possible. So what we've done is we've recently raised the minimum wage 30% company-wide. We will continue to empower our people through encouraging in a multitude of ways. Like we want everybody that works at the Glassmith to, if they so choose, to pick one of the areas of our current directions, which glass blowing, podcasts, social media, and events, or come at management with a new idea, which personally is what would make what would make me the happiest as a company moving forward is to continue to grow as a company of ideas and thoughts. We, as far as other incentives we're trying to offer is we will continue to give a nice gift card to all people that work here. We will continue to give sales bonuses. We're actually advancing bonuses for all the people so that our managers have more of a power, so that bonuses can be given out more consistently and more consistently and systematically, so that we have a way in which we're doing this, so that it's not all willy-nilly top-down leadership. And we will continue to offer a company-wide profit share. So if you're out there and you're talented and you're looking for a wonderful place to work, please send in your resume. We are constantly looking for talented people to fill up not only the positions that we currently have available, but also new positions in which we are striving to create every day. The Glassmith has been firing on all these aspects. Like, everything we're doing just seems like it continues to grow. Like, the team that's been built and how they go about their business and their work ethic and their ability to advance and adapt has, like I said before, has been monumental to the growth of the company. I'm confident with the moves that we've made and that with the people that we have, that we should be able to grow not only in the near term, but also into the next stanza of not only my life, but I would say all of our lives, which when I look at it from a customer's perspective, I hope that the moves that we make can continue to make sure that you're being given a quality experience and a quality product every time you step foot up to the Glassmith. Every time you listen to the Glassmith Pod on your Spotify or YouTube, please like and subscribe. When you scroll through us on your Instagram, that you want to stay, that you want to continue with our vision of the vibe and the culture. Thank you very much. Have a blessed evening, and God bless the Glassmith. Thank you.